So this is the reading lesson that I was talking about in my previous reading video, the 20 easy lessons. This is literally my favorite book. I also have the Alpha Phonics. I'm not a really big fan of Alpha Phonics. I'm going to wait until she's on lesson 15 to start this one. Because this book, let me go inside of it and show you guys. This book, it can be very difficult. Even as an adult, it has too much on one page. It's very confusing for a child who's learning how to read by phonics. Not by sight words, but by phonics. It can be very frustrating. So I don't use this book so far, as of yet. This is the book that we use. And I'm gonna show you how much more. And it tells you how to read it. Makes the lesson so much more easier. So they group these letters together, and these are easier letters to group together for the kids to learn their phonics. So I'm gonna show you guys. You see how much more simpler this book is. So she'll go k, os, at, and then she'll go like this, k, os, at, etc., etc., and then she'll put at, t, a, ta, ta. And then it's just so much more easier. At, cat. So right now we're currently on lesson 3. And she knows how to say all these words because we're currently on lesson 3. Hopefully by the time we get to lesson 15, I can start using the other book. So these are 180 days. It's by Shell Education. I absolutely love these books. I'm probably going to continue buying them when the girls get a little older. This is the math one. Now, understand that this is not the only thing that I use for math, but I do love the setup of it. Let's see. I want to say when it comes to reading, writing, math, science, language, my kids don't have a problem with workbooks, but when it comes to math, even though everything here says kindergarten, my oldest, who is 5 years old, I would say she's between level 1st and 2nd grade. She's always loved numbers. Math is somewhat easier. This right here, we actually haven't done it in a long time. I actually just went to get it at my mom's house just so I can put it in the video for you guys. This is a very simple, basic math. I wouldn't say this is for kindergarten. I would say, honestly, if you've been working with your child at a very young age, I would say this is preschool level. So basically, what does it say? Add dots to make 10. So you basically add the dots, circle about how much, etc., number lines. It's just a fun way to learn math, like times and etc. It's a very fun way to do math. Let me see, I'm gonna show you in the back. And what I like about this is you can only if you don't have time and your child doesn't love bookwork, you can just basically do 1 sheet a day. This is the calendar, etc. But yeah, this is one of those workbooks. When it comes to math, my daughter loves math. So when it comes to math, she really doesn't use this one a lot. Because again, this is mostly kindergarten work. I just usually give her this book when I'm usually doing things around the house. Now, this one is writing. She loves writing. This she finds a little bit more challenging. So we actually have a lot more fun. And we actually sit down and take our time to do this. Let's see. What I like about this one, it makes you write, like it shows you the correct proper sentence. This is the period. Pat writes on the swings. Pat writes on the swings. I've had this book for over a year now, but I wanted to do more practice reading with my child, with Yaya, before we open this book. I told myself we were going to start this book in 2022, and that's what we did. And the reason why I wanted her to be prepared to read this book is because this book shows a lot about proper reading, sentences, exclamation point, question mark, commas, all that kind of stuff. And when she was younger, she didn't necessarily understood this. So yes, she circles what she wants to make in a story. She understands now the beginning of a story, the middle of a story, and the ending, the closure. Let me show you guys. Draw what happens in a picnic. Okay, let me go more on. Yeah. And it also gives you weeks and days. So basically these books are basically made for only 180 days of schoolwork. We do homeschool. We do homeschool basically Monday through Sunday. The reason why we homeschool Monday through Sunday is because there are times during the week that she'll be at my mom's house for 2 days, or she'll be at my mother's house for 2 days. And it's not an every week thing. It's mostly like a once a month thing. And the reason why I prefer to homeschool every single day is because when she is at my mom's house for those 2 days, or when she's at my mother's house for 2 days, she's not missing anything. There's nothing to catch up on because we homeschool 6 to 7 days a week. Now, do we do core curriculum 6 to 7 days a week? No, we do core curriculum only 4 days a week. The rest of 3 days, we actually do hands-on like blocks and puzzles and all that kind of stuff. But this is the 180 days reading. Again, we also love this one. The reason why I wanted to introduce her to this one, 180 days of reading, is because I don't know if you've noticed the layout for reading lessons are like etc. And then you get into the double phonics. Because this is a phonetic book of teaching how to read, this one also teaches phonetically, and that's why I wanted to wait. So you see, and app. App. So all these letters can be read through phonetically. Sorry, accents are showing out. So that's what we do for reading. We also have this one. I think I picked this up in a store somewhere. I'm going to be starting this one, and I haven't started this one yet, but I like it. She likes it. We scanned through it and she can't wait. So when we get to the middle of that one, we're going to start touching on this one. So that's reading so far. And then we have math, which my daughter loves. I think I mentioned that plenty of times. Right now she's working on telling her time. She knows majority of her hourly and minutes. So she got the base of this already. Now we're working on money. She knows her dollars and 50 cents, but we're going off small coins now. For some reason with her, we work our way up to down. Like smaller things have a harder time for her to understand and to go up on. So we usually start like our way from up to down. Just like when we did the clock. I know a lot of people show their kids how to read the clock by 1 minute. No, not necessarily for us. We did the 1 hour, 1.5 hour, and then we worked our way down to minute by minute. And then this is what I love. I found this on Amazon. I'll show you guys the link. But this is the only Amazon homeschool planner that I found. It's an organizer. I put everything in here from when I'm about to do my groceries, everything. I've been using this for almost a year now, and I love it. I put all the materials that I have for homeschooling here: flashcards, crayon, sight words, etc. Everything that I have here is listed. Okay. For instance, I also have the crayon. I don't know why I'm saying like that. Crayon flashcards. Even though when I got this book, I thought it was actually going to be a flashcard. It's not a flashcard, but it does come in like little square boxes. I guess that's what they call a flashcard these days. But it really helps them with their crayon. Again, crayon. So I have this one for her. And the reason why I have this one for her is because when your child is in public school, they automatically have a planner. And I wanted her to get used to planners so she can do the check marks herself. You see how the check marks? So she uses this. And this is math. You can see the last time we've used these. What day is this? This is the 8th and today's the 10th. So we've used these recently. We use this at least four times a week. And this is what we use for science.